Alright everyone, we're back. We're going to continue with the trucks, and then we'll talk more about the map and tips in the game. These are the Russian trucks, which in my opinion is the absolute best trucks. Now, not all of them obviously, but I'll tell you the ones that are and aren't, and some of them are terrible. Starting off, this one is, you get at level 26. In my opinion, it's terrible. Not just because no one uses it, but it's not practical. The turn radius is terrible. It goes through water and mud really well, but it just, the add-ons, you can't really put a lot and change the back. When I mention add-ons, that means, yeah, see, you don't, yeah, the frame add-ons. See, you could change and have all these different options, but on this one, obviously, you only have two, so that's really terrible. And so this one does not pass. I don't recommend it. Alright, so finally we got to the two best trucks in the game, and I'm talking about the Azov 5319. This may not be the best looking truck, but by far I would say this is the best truck in the game right here, guys. Remember this truck. Once you get the upgrades, you can really, you know, it's got a good reason why I say it is, because like here again with the add-ons, you can add like anything to it, so that's really great about it. And then it's got pretty big tires. It's as you can see, it's you know, low profile. It's not really standing up too tall, and that way you're not gonna fall over as much, but you know, just tip over going over anything like the other higher profile vehicles. And it's not terribly long, but one of the most important things is the twin steer. See how it's got the double tires in front from the rear? That's what you want, and it's an off-road. That's what you want, because that's going to give that extra pull and traction to pull the giant size trailers and load them up, and you won't get stuck, unlike you know, the single steer. But yeah, this is the absolute best truck in the game in my opinion, and it's followed by this truck. The only downfall, oh, I forgot one thing. The only downfall of this truck is it's got low fuel capacity. As you can see, it's 200. And this is pretty much like its brother, this next truck. But it does the same thing, but it's not as fast. So it's kind of annoying because it's really slow. But it's the exact same, and it's high profile. And it has fuel capacity. So I mean, you still can get it, and I recommend it. I recommend both of these trucks right here, the Azov. But as long as you have fuel around, take this one over this one right here. Alright, moving on. This truck, don't get this. It's too low, and it's terrible. It's too low profile. You get stuck on every little bump. Not recommended. This is not recommended. This is not. I played with all these trucks. This Dawn. This is not bad for a scout. It's not the best. This van's terrible. Cash truck again. Or maybe you unlock it. I kind of forget. Alright, so these two. This is basically, essentially like the American Caterpillar. It's decent, but I think this one's better in my opinion. It's at level 25, I think, or 4. it's slow, but it's got a lot of weight, so it can winch bigger trailers out, or semis. So keep it around, but you're not going to really use it for much. I mean, it's still and see, it's got twin steer, so you can't go wrong with that. It's the largest truck in the game. Alright, and see, this is just like the Caterpillar, only a twin steer. This truck here, not really good. Cash truck. Alright, now here's what I was talking about earlier in the last segment. This is the one truck that everybody goes and gets right away. This is in my like the third best truck in the game, and it's not twin steer though, but it's still off-road, and it's fast. It's fast, and it's got quite a bit of power, but it's still not going to be able to do some jobs. Like if you're pulling a trailer up from the quarry, it's not going to really be good for that. It's not going to have enough power, but overall it's going to cover every other mission. So, and once you upgrade it, it's really a nice truck. Alright, this Scout, this is a terrible Scout. Don't even waste your time on it. Alright, now here we go. Here's the good stuff again. The tank, the amphibious thing here. This is the best Scout in the game, and it goes through the mud the best too, and it's low profile. So you want to get this right away. It's in the Russian map, and it's well worth it, and you can't go wrong with one of these. It's a little slow though. Alright, so that's the best Scout. Alright, these two trucks, they're not bad, or these last three are very similar, but I haven't really used them much. But they're a little slow, not as fast as a Tanier, which is this one, if I'm pronouncing it right. But they're still decent trucks, these three here. Alright, so this pretty much wraps it up for the Russian trucks. Let's see, this is the Scout again. I don't recommend this. It's not really good. This thing is terrible. Don't even just sell it if you get it. But yeah, so like I said, overall this is the best truck of the Russian, and this is a good one to have for the heavy winching. And then of course the two stars of the game, the two twin steers, which one's a little fast and high profile, and this one's the opposite with less fuel, but the truck I love the best. So anyway, there it is for the Russian trucks. I'll get back with you in the next segment. We're going to go over the maps and a few tips, so stay tuned.